Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Thaboxingvoice.com. When I say I promise you, I'm gonna knock out the Gypsy King as well.
Developmental Productions.
How am I gonna let this little skinny spaghetti hit my baby?
Thaboxingvoice.com.
Yeah, numbers don't lie, and I'm that guy. I'm the dog of the business.
When I stepped on the scene, I said I wanted this road. I said I wanted that road.
Thaboxingvoice.com.
You know, so I'm still on a mission.
I'm gonna chase his ass all the way up there.
I told him it's an easy practice, man.
Some of them like it, some of them don't. Thaboxingvoice.com.
Good morning, TBV. Coffee and boxing in the morning. We got a young, up-and-coming, undefeated hot prospect from South Africa scheduled to be on the show in just under 12 minutes. It's very important to peek into the future and see what we got. Plus, he's going to be taking on a very difficult challenge in Devin, the star Haney, right? I mean, but it's a ShoBox on January 11th that we're all going to be tuned into with invested interest. And we'll have our special guest on this morning to just talk about his challenge because it is one. I've done some research, and I'll just get Jeffrey to pronounce his name, and we'll go from there. I'm probably gonna just be calling him by his first name, which sounds a bit easier to pronunciate.
Xolisani Ndongeni.
Xolisani is what I'll be calling him. So Xolisani is from South Africa. He's an undefeated top lightweight prospect. He'll be taking on Devin Haney, also a fellow undefeated fighter. It's going to be the first ShoBox new generation of 2019 on Friday, January 11th. We'll have Devin Haney scheduled for later this week. And we got a bunch of things scheduled for you today. So all you lucky listeners tuning in this morning, it's not a big name on the docket, but the true boxing fans came out, so you're in for a treat. We'll have Don Charles a little later today, and I'm sure that Mike Gross has a couple of things lined up. He's been talking closely with Brian Jennings, who's taking on Oscar Rivas, but also sparring with Derek Chisora this weekend's action, which, if you're part of our Patreon family, you'll get some advice on the betting show this weekend because there is some action to be made. Or take advantage of this betting weekend. But let me get on out to my co-host and get this thing started. Remember the number to call in, 1-425-569-5241. You can add Nestor Gibbs on Skype. And if you want, maybe we'll get to him, maybe we won't. But if you got a good enough, sexy enough question for Zolani, we might get it across to him.
I speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. Speak it, believe it, receive it. I can't say it enough. I speak it, believe it.
Windows count, 2 attempts, handed bands over. Sicko hit, shot and miss, 2 to stand over. Turn up. Breadwinner, huh? Look who in the building. Let me check my Instagram. I might be at 1 million.
Thaboxingvoice.com.
Yo, what's going on? Good morning to all. Good morning to all. Zolani, man, hey, nice name. Excited to see, excited to hear more about this guy and what's his plans for taking on Devin Haney. I don't know much about him, but I'm eager to learn. What's going on, Ness?
Another day, another podcast. I'm like you, bro. I don't know much. This is what those Peek into the Future series are all about. Getting to know these guys and bringing them closer to our audience. So that they're not just some nobody on our television screen whenever we do catch up with them. But I can't really tell you much, Mike. I mean, I did as much research as possible. Not too many fights, very bad angles and horrible quality. But what I will say is I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he has 7 12-round fights. That's impressive. Now, I'm going to just double check that, but I'm pretty sure he has 7 12-round fights. And, has Haney been taken to that distance? What I also say is that his level of opposition isn't anywhere near a Devin Haney. So going 12, I don't know how much that's really going to do for him, being as though that Again, the level of opposition just isn't on par. But we'll see. From watching the tape, I don't know if you watched any or not. He doesn't look the most technically sound. I feel like the jab is very lazy, and he's looking for that left hook. He likes to like take a slight step back and check left hook you. Not that he doesn't have power. He did check left hook someone in his hometown in a very, very, I guess, I don't know. It looked like a big event. So I think he'll be prepared for the lights. But let's get on out, man, to our other co-host hailing from Corpus Christi, Mario Manguilla.
It's me, Mario.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I really don't know where y'all were at, but I'm assuming y'all are talking about the fight and previewing it. I'm very excited for this fight. I'm surprised that we're getting this fight, just because we've seen both guys showcased on ShoBox before, and we've seen both guys, be billed as guys that are, I don't know. I'm not saying this is a cash out in any kind of way, but it reminds me of when, oh man, I can't even remember who I was thinking about it. And I wrote it down last night to even talk about it, but it's odd at this stage to have two guys.
I think I know who you're talking about because, you covered him a lot. You're talking
yes.
Daquan Arnett and
yes, Daquan Arnett. Yep.
Gomez.
Thank you so much. Wow. Yeah, man, that's amazing. Good job, Ness. Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking of. It's just weird to me. And don't get me wrong, I'm not saying like that it's bad at all. I love it, and I'm glad. It just feels so strange to be getting a fight of this magnitude. I mean, I'm not gonna go and say it's like this huge fight or anything like that. In terms of like crossover popularity in the sport, but to me, it's a huge fight for these two guys, and I'm so excited to see it. I think it's going to be a really great fight. You have a blue chip prospect, okay? For all the flaws that you might be talking about, I've seen Devin Haney do enough that shows me. I mean, he's still growing. He's still doing, and he's growing. He's still doing things in the ring every single time he steps in there. I just think that it's going to be a very interesting fight. I'm excited to see the clash of styles. Xolisani is, I think he can put together a game plan that could give Haney a lot of trouble. I really do. I would see quite a few rounds going by before Haney is able to establish any sort of, if he can get to dominance, but just to even string together rounds in succession, I think is going to be a big question mark.
Yeah, I mean, for me, I'm interested to ask him, did he already spar Haney? He went to, he left South Africa in 2017, and it was said he was going to be training at the Mayweather gym, not with the Mayweathers, but with another trainer. So maybe he could have got some sparring with Devin Haney, maybe the Ladarius Miller, maybe some of those TMT fighters, and we can gauge them just a bit. Maybe a Josue Vargas, who used to be there, maybe a Gervonta. We don't know, but he's been in the States for 2 years. If everything has gone according to his last interview, now he could have obviously come here, his visa expired and went back, but I'm hoping that isn't the case. But Ndongeni, which is Solani's last name, he has had 9, not 7, 9 scheduled 12-round fights on his resume. He's ranked as a number 3 in the WBA, and he owns a victory over the 130-pound world champion Monziki Fana. But this is homegrown. He's a 2-time South African champion. So, I mean, I stalked him on Instagram. I Googled all that I could, and he is confident. He is confident, but I don't see the skills there. What I will say is that he has put on big events, parties. I mean, I seen Africans fucking dancing in the crowd, like literally dancing. And I'm like, man, this is something I might want to be a part of one day. I don't know about Africa.
Even some of his sparring sessions on YouTube and training sessions, they had people going crazy for him. I don't know if it's an entourage per se, but it just seemed like an audience to me. But you know what's so funny about this though, Ness? We had a show yesterday talking to Ronnie Shields, and I'm not comparing Charlo to it's Ndongeni, or right? That's how you say it. It's Ndongeni, right? Yeah. Anyway, Xolisani, I'll just call him that.
Let me get Jeffrey to pronounce Xolisani.
Yeah. Xolisani Ndongeni.
Ndongeni. That sounds better to me. But anyway, Xolisani is taking that hard route. We talked about it. You know what I mean? A guy who's undefeated, you know, with the kind of draw that he's been able to put together and the following that he has. I mean, the kid is 25-0 with 13 KOs, but he's taking the hard route. You know what I mean? He's going up against Devin Haney, and this is exactly what we were talking about. Like, guys in the sport that have Mexican surnames, you know, that have the backing of a De La Hoya or an Al Heyman or Richard Schaefer, whatever, they're coddled. I mean, for the most part, you know, if you are on PBC, you are coddled for the most part, and most of the guys are, and you get fed and you get fed and you get fed and you get fed until it's, you know, time to sort of step up, you know, and this is not what's going on here. We've barely gotten Xolisani on TV, and now we are going to see him in this huge fight, and it's because this is his only route. He's got to beat a Devin Haney so that he can step up, take Devin Haney's swag, take his notoriety, take his you know, place in the sport to become that guy to, you know, enter that trajectory that Devin Haney's currently on.
I mean, it's a tough task. I tried to find a betting line and see what he's opening up at, but there's nothing out there. And I'll just repeat the resume. It's just not on par. Forget about names or recognizable names. Just some of the people that he's faced. But I have a bit of, I don't know. I'm holding on to a little hope that he's durable. If you notice, he's faced some not veterans, but like, I guess, experienced fighters, you know, having a lot of fights on their resume. You know, his second fight, he faced a dude with 15 fights. His third fight, 11 fights. You know what I mean? Now, then the next two that followed, that seemed a little more on par. 2-2, 1-2. But then even that, the next one was 10-3, 15-3, 11-5, like, you know, 23-10, 27-9, like 34-7, 25-4, 25-7. Like, he has faced people that may be durable. Again, all African fights.
Yeah, his 10th and 12th fight were against guys with 30+ fights. And so
actually, he's not even African. It says East London. Wait, no,
no, he's South African. That's his nationality.
Yeah, but the fights took place in indoor central East London. I have no clue. Maybe I'll Google it and get back to you.
Yeah, no, he's definitely South African. And so, yeah, you know, I'm right there with you as far as the hope for durability. You know, South African fighters usually are bred a certain way.
That guy, the Matisse fought, the South
Theater,
African.
Yes.
London.
What's his name?
Oh man,
He was pretty horrible.
Yeah, you know, and these guys are just bred, you know, with tougher everything. You know, these guys are tough. And so I don't think that Devin Haney is going to, I don't expect him to take him to task right away. I really don't. I think it's a good fight for Haney. You know, it's funny because you have him coming up against a guy like this. You know, the Juan Carlos Burgos fight was I thought was going to be that stiffer test, and you know, I thought Devin Haney passed for sure. That said, I think this is like a different. This is definitely a different type of fight with a different style fighter, and it's good for Haney. This is really good to go from one end of the spectrum to the other. They definitely have different styles.
So it is in South Africa. The theater is just in East London, South Africa. I'm trying to find the capacity and see how many seats, because again, the couple of fights that I witnessed, they were pretty packed with some really loud crowds. And I'm just wondering, you know, in front of how many people this guy has fought. So I'm waiting on them to connect us with Xolisani in a bit. So just sit tight. I mean, I don't know. I guess Mike's doing last minute research. You getting to watch some fights back there, or what is it, Mike? You awfully quiet this morning.
No, just doing some research, man. Trying to have the best questions possible.
Well, I mean, look, I watched a couple of his fights. He's had a couple of hometown fights. He beat a dude named Godfrey. Let me pull it up here. Nizmandi, and that was like maybe his 10th, 11th fight, bro. You got to watch this on YouTube. It was a party. All right, so speaking with his peoples, they're trying to connect them. Remember, this is coming in via South Africa. You know, yesterday's was Mexico, today South Africa. We did Texas yesterday as well. We're going all around the globe internationally. Listen, I guess we should open up the phone lines then until we get them on. And see, you know, what the people will have to say, and I don't know, maybe they get some questions for us or something. We need to open it up, get some interaction here. I'm gonna go to the sponsors.
These calls are brought to you by El Camino Electrical Services, experts in electric vehicle charging stations. For consultations and turnkey installation, visit us at elcaminoelectricalservices.com.
Hey, Mello, man, that's what we're asking ourselves. I'm going to ask him that. How good is this guy? We don't know. I know that I am very skeptical about putting any type of bets on him. But we'll hear his heart, you know. We'll see if he at least talks a good game. And then, you know, January 11th, we'll see, can he perform? You know, because you just never know until you fucking know is really the case. We're going to go out to the 682. Let me see who is this. Got my phone list closed, so I do apologize. Wasn't expecting to go to call so soon.
682 or 692?
682.
Oh, okay.
Wow, who you waiting for? Who going to sneak call in and you ain't tell us?
I ain't got nobody, bro. I just thought you said 692. I would say that area code is. I don't know. I was just trying to stall time, to be honest with you. Once you find that motherfucker, then we can start moving on. Yeah, man. Xolisani, man.
I did say 682-206. Oh, that's my man. Rod.
Rod 870?
Yeah, Rod, we got to you yesterday. You was busy on another call, man. You got like 3 phones over there, huh?
Yeah. Yesterday I was calling in for Mike, but I was at work and I was pushing off. We had a quality meeting, and I'm trying to hold out, and I'm sitting outside trying to get through the lines, and so I could kind of give Mike a little shit yesterday.
Hey, shit! What I did yesterday? What I do?
Interview. No, what I was gonna, and I wanted first with Devin Haney. I think this is a good fight for him. I think this is a good step-up fight. He has good. He's a good, talented fighter. I saw the other fighter. I think it's going to be a tough fight. But if he could pull this off, I think he could take that next step, as you guys are saying. But I kind of want to jump subjects real quick. Mike, I called in a couple of weeks ago, and I said what I think Anthony Joshua would do is offer Wilder $25 million. And I said Wilder should take the fight, whoop Anthony Joshua because he's tailor-made for Wilder's right hand. He doesn't move as much. I've seen him be hurt by Parker. I've seen him hurt by other fighters like Takam and fighters like that. I think Wilder would get him out of there within 8. Then that would make the profile for Wilder huge. He would be as big as not Mayweather, but maybe a step below Mayweather, step below Canelo. And then that would allow him to go fight Fury and fight 2 this fall. And I definitely think they would sell 1 million buys. So I'm looking at it from a financial standpoint. I think Wilder could make $60 million in 2 fights if he fight Anthony Joshua first. But you laughed at me when I said 25 million, and Joshua came out and said he might double his purse, even though I know it's not official. He still said it. So I just want to throw that in your face a little bit.
In your face, Mike.
I laughed at you when you said 25 million, boy.
That laugh. You shouldn't have laughed.
All right. I'm sorry. Psych.
But I appreciate you guys remembering my name. I got to head to work yesterday. I was on the lines. I was trying to hold out a meeting. My boss texted me and said, hey, we started the meeting at 2 o'clock. And so I had to run in and hang up. So appreciate you guys.
Appreciate you, brother. Thanks for calling in, and stick around. We will be getting Xolisani Ndongeni.
And brother, don't get fired trying to motherfucking stay on the call with us. All right, go and get to that meeting, man.
Go ahead and get you some Apple iPods and put one in the right ear only. We're waiting on a message. I see the bubbles here on the iMessage. We're gonna get to the next call. We're going out to Bermuda. Oliver, good morning.
Hey, good morning. How is everybody?
Good.
Good. I saw the show. I wasn't able to listen to it because of work. But what was the general consensus of everyone in relation to the 28 million offer from Anthony Joshua?
I mean, you got some people that want to see proof of funds. Some people believe it's fake. Some people believe it's not 20 million. They believe it's double the first offer, which was the 4 million that Fury, whoa, Oliver. I'm going to put you on mute, answer your question, come back to you with your, response, because the background noise is a little bit much. But yeah, I mean, so basically, some people believe it's an offer. Some people believe it isn't an offer. Some people believe that there's no way it's 28 million. Others believe it's 8 million because that's double Wilder's guaranteed purse. So it's all over the place. Like, again, the onus now is on Coogan Cassius, right? Coogan is the one that has the access. It is up to him to say, you did an interview with Sky Sports and said you would double Deontay Wilder's offer. And then get into detail. Are you saying you'll double his guarantee, or are you doubling his take home at 14 million?
And that's the spectrum right there, is that, I think for the most part, and that's where I lie, I think with most people, but to the extreme, is that, that's, I'm not going to say it's just talk, because obviously everything matters. You put it out there.
But it is, because didn't he say he wanted 50? It gave him 50, and he's like, "Oh, y'all taking my words too literal and shit." So it's like,
exactly, yeah. So it's I think for most people, they need to hear a dollar amount before anything is even approachable.
It's sexier for me when it is a number attack.
It is. Because like you said, double leaves too much to interpretation. I think that most people didn't want that interpretation.
Way too vague. But Oliver, you can give us your response.
Yeah, well, is this better?
Yeah, way better.
Okay, yeah, sorry about that. Well, this is
Oliver, one moment. We actually got our prospect on the line. Mark Abrams, how you doing? Good morning, and thank you for assisting us with Xolisani Ndongeni, right? Do I got it right?
Ndongeni.
Oh, shit. I answered the wrong phone number here. Hold on. Here we go. Now you're on, Mark.
I got Xolisani and his manager Sean on from South Africa. So Nestor, take it away with Xolisani.
Thank you so much. Xolisani, how are you doing? First and foremost, we just want to thank you for coming on the program all the way from South Africa, helping us continue to make this show international. Just how are you today?
I'm good, thank you, and thank you for the opportunity to have me on air. Yeah, that's it. Coming to America, all the way from South Africa to Bay.
All right, so now you have a
Hello, are you there?
Yes, we are here. We're here. We heard you perfectly clear, and we're gonna jump right into it. Obviously, you have a tough task on your hand with Devin Haney, and normally my questions would be more about the lights and the glitter of fighting here in the U.S. But I've done some research. You fought in front of some big crowds. Can you just tell us how many people? Like, what's the biggest capacity arena that you fought in front of? Because the last two fights I've seen in East London in South Africa, it looks like you were a big draw.
Yeah. We used to find the big crowd in East London. Yeah, and I also fought in California. That is also a big crowd. Not sure how the numbers, but there's so many people there.
Well, I'm going to pass you to some of my co-hosts. I have two of my co-hosts, Mario Munguia. He'll be up first, and Michael Gross. Go ahead, Mario.
Thank you, Xolisani, for joining us. You know, I am interested, obviously, as well, as far as you coming from South Africa and having such a draw, it seems. But the one thing that I read is that you were having a tough time getting fights in South Africa, and that was one of the main reasons that you came to the U.S. Can you explain that a little bit? And was that the only reason that you decided to come to the U.S.?
Oh, yeah. I was inactive for a very long time, since 2016. Then, yeah. But now everything is going back good. So, yeah. We're good now. I was just inactive back now. I've got a new trainer and manager, so now everything is working well.
Hello, Xolisani. My name is Michael Gross. How you doing today?
Again,
Can you hear me?
So I was saying that I was just inactive for like 3 years there, but now there's trainers and manager. I have a new trainer and manager now. Everything is working well, so we fine now. We're getting back fight, and I'm active now.
How's it going, Xolisani? Can you hear me fine?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. In 2017, you won the South African Fighter of the Year accolade. How important was that to you, and what did it mean to you winning that reward? I mean, that award in South Africa.
Yeah, to be South African champion was very motivating for me. It was something that kept me going, making sure that one day I'll be a world champion, and soon I became a world champion in IBO and WBF. Now I'm looking forward to other big titles.
Xolisani, so I wanted to ask, I watched a video from 2017 on YouTube that says that you were still in South Africa but preparing to leave, and that you were going to come to the Mayweather gym. I wanted to ask, maybe have you already sparred Devin Haney at the Mayweather gym? And can you list any names in the U.S. that you have sparred already?
I didn't spar Devin Haney. Yes, I was in America last year for like 4 months, but I didn't get to spar Devin Haney. But we were training at the same gym all together. I was sparring with Sambok or something. I just forgot the name. And there's this other guy with his auntie in 9-5. I'm not sure what is his name. And then Sheriff Bongare. They also lightweight from Uganda.
Now, before you came on, we were talking about South African fighters, and you know how they're bred a little different. They're a little tougher. You know, they just have this they have this grit about them. Can you talk to us a little bit about the difference in training that you've been getting here in the States as opposed to South Africa? How they differ a bit, maybe you know, one versus the other?
Okay. There's nothing really much. There's nothing. There's no big difference between what you in South Africa and what America is doing. We're taking out all of us, and I believe that when every time when a South African boxer meets an American boxer, it could be a big fight, a good fight. Because we almost doing the same thing.
Now, I you know, we have to be honest here. Devin Haney is a big name. You know, he's a blue chip prospect. So in a lot of ways, we consider this, you know, Devin Haney's fight coming in. But you have some incredible accolades. You are very well accomplished up until this point. For you coming into this fight, do you feel like this is more your moment? Are you looking to steal his spotlight, or do you feel like it's your spotlight that's up for grabs?
Okay, good. Devin Haney is a big boxer in America, but I'm working with world champions in the gym, like Xolisani Ndongeni, IBO, welterweight champion. The other guys, Thaboxingvoice, also champion. So I've been in a big fight, so I'm a world champion also. So experience can take anything from him.
Now,
also like seeing as an open door for me to get in American boxing and be a world champion, because he's rocket number top 10 in the world body.
now, Xolisani, you won the WBF World Boxing Federation World Lightweight title earlier this year. Would that title still be on the line versus Devin Haney in January? Hello, I said you won the World Boxing Federation World Lightweight. Hello.
Fighting 10 rounds, 9:35 rounds.
Non-title fight.
But Devin is an IDF next.
So, Lonnie, I wanted to ask, when would you get to America to get acclimated to the time zone? Because you're 7 hours in advance over there, right? Africa is 7 hours ahead of us.
Yes. We're planning to come to America on the 4th. We'll be in America on the 4th of January.
4th of January. Listen, I want to thank you, obviously, for taking the time out to come on the show. I want to talk to Louis Tapia, who is your manager, correct, Mark?
No, Sean Smith is the manager.
Okay, they have him listed as Louis Tapia on BoxRec.
Sean Smith is the manager.
All right, can we speak to Sean for a little bit now, Xolisani?
Yeah.
Sean, how are you?
How you doing? Good, and you?
I'm good. So, what's your nationality, Sean? I hear like you could be maybe an Australian. Am I wrong?
South African.
Oh, South African.
Yeah.
A lot of people mistake. A lot of people mistake South African or Australian kind of accent.
Yeah, or New Zealand. I was about to say, oh my God, am I talking to Joseph Parker right now?
Nah. Yeah.
So, Sean, listen, what could you tell us about Xolisani? Obviously, he's up in a tough task. You know what I'm saying? He's got to face a blue chip prospect. Everybody's going to be thinking Haney's here to win. But, you know, South Africans are tough. You know, we've watched Thomas Astuzian. We've seen Ndango come out of nowhere. I mean, is this one of those guys we could possibly see upset the Devin Haney?
Yeah, you know what? I've been studying Devin Haney a little bit. Obviously, like myself, just the background for myself. I've been to the States before. You know, like I trained the cruiserweight, Bisa Mchunu. He was actually the cruiserweight that upset Eddie Chambers some time back. Chambers, you know, that time. Boxer beat Chambers. So I'm saying I've been to the States before. We've been able, you know, like to win there. We won the NBF, you know, the cruiserweight title. So I've been, and I know it's quite a daunting task, but obviously Haney's looking like, you know, it's all eyes on him. And I feel this is the right time for us to take the fight. I think Devin Haney is very good. I think he'll be very good in the future. But I think if you can beat him, it'll be now.
Now, the one thing that I see, if I have to complain, that I see Xolisani do is he leaves that jab out there a little bit, you know, because it looks like he wants to, invite you in, because I see him going for the check left hook a lot. But obviously, Devin Haney is so fast. Is the game plan going to change, or are you just going to let Xolisani do what he normally does?
No, obviously, Xolisani's only been with me the last year, so I've had to come in and sort of clean up what I can. So I think like you're going to see a little bit a neater fighter, a little better fighter. He's going to have a better defense. But honestly, when it comes to speed, Devin Haney, I mean, they talk about it, to watch like the fight. But I'll be honest, we got some guys in the gym that we're sparring that able to match his speed, no doubt. But you know what, like you say, he's been through the ranks. Everyone's seen him as sort of this blue chip prospect. But I mean, we're doing the best we can. And let's see, Haney hasn't beaten anyone of note. There's a lot of hype around him. And watching him in the gym, he spars all the elite guys. But let's see. I feel we can just do all we can here. As clean and as clinical as we can to try and get the W. But I'm happy that it's going to be on Showtime. So whatever happens, I'm sure we'll get a fair decision. That's the main thing. As soon as we come there and it's an honest win either way, I'm happy with that,
Yeah, absolutely. It's always something you got to worry about. Now, I find it interesting that you're saying, and here's, I'm just going to walk you through my thinking here. It's interesting you say that you're getting Haney at the right time, and I wanted to ask about some of the guys that were on his record early on, because I mean, some of these guys had 30 fights and he was still in single digits. Xolisani was fighting some guys that seemed to have experience. Now, I don't know how tough these guys are, but do you think that, I mean, you've only had him for a year. Is that enough time for you to acclimate him to your style and your training habits and just you and him becoming a team for y'all to take on this daunting test, especially because you're saying you're getting him at the right time?
Yeah, obviously, you know what, you never have enough.
Sean, you there?
I think we may have lost him.
Mark, if you did, it's good. We got more than enough. Don't want to, take too much time from them. Thank you and thank them, obviously, and we hope to get them back on soon.
Yeah, after the fight, with the victory, I'm sure we'll definitely be back on that. So I appreciate you, the interest in Xolisani, and thank you very much.
No problem. Thank you. As always, there you have it. Xolisani Ndongeni. Let's get Jeffrey on that one more time. Jack is the truth in the chat saying Jeffrey always mispronounces people's names. I think he does a better job than me, but let's see.
Xolisani Ndongeni.
Ndongeni. That sounds like what it would be, like that South African French-ish, That said, look, I don't know if those are just talking points, him getting Haney at the right time. I don't necessarily disagree with him. I think that Haney has shown a lot of abilities that he will have. I don't think that his game is fully developed. That said, he's very dangerous at this stage in his career. But for these guys to be working together for only a year and then to take this daunting test, because I mean, you have this guy who's got some popularity, I think they could have gotten him on some ShoBox undercards, before, but obviously No. What I'm saying is they could have been on more ShoBox undercards, maybe even, well, I don't know, maybe found some room for him on a Showtime Championship Boxing undercard, whatever. Like there was still room. He's just only been here for a year. Yeah, exactly. There's still room for him to grow because even though he's got 20 plus fights, he's such a new.
Yeah, but the thing is, Mario, opportunities, bro.
Exactly, and that's what I was.
You hear bigger names, not able to pass up opportunities. Imagine a South African that's still dealing with a visa. Like,
very well said.
He's got to take whatever he can, jump on it, and hope that that's the day that the sun shines on him. And
you said that too.
You
said that early in the interview, and man, it just sparked in my mind because we've been here before, guys. Look, we're all hardcore fans. We've seen the sport developed a lot. We know that there are plenty of examples out there of gritty, tough guys who might not be at the level of the opponent they're fighting at that exact moment, but because they're a little more unknown, because they may be coming in and being taken for granted a little bit, they're able to have their, shining day, and that builds the confidence for them to string along, a bigger career. So this could be exactly what you said, Ness, early in the interview, is that moment where we see a fighter that, has little notoriety at this point in the American perception of boxing fandom, but he comes out and shocks the world,
Totally agree. I mean, again, I see a lazy jab, bro. I see a lazy jab, but I know that he's trying to be sneaky and land the left hook. And then one time, he landed a left hook, but it was a South African. You know what I'm saying? He was a former champion, though. It was a current. That's who he won one of the two South African titles off of. So he caught him, but that dude was able to hurt him with a right hand, bro, and put him against the ropes. And I don't know. I didn't like the way he took that shot. But I mean, like if we go based off older fights, it's like, oh, Danny Garcia had a tight fight with Ashley Fieldpain when he was 14-0. Oh, so he's a bum. Like, you can't go off that. You know what I mean? You need these fights to be gauges and barometers, but I'm right with you. Like Haney being such a blue chipper, the managers and the handlers of this particular fighter maybe should have thought about getting a couple of other step-ups before Haney. Haney is looking to go title shot, and I don't know if Xolisani is ready for title shot.
But Xolisani is like Xolisani is older though. He's like 28, so it's about
that's a good point. That's a good point.
That's what we talked about earlier. Opportunities, and you can't let them pass.
Exactly.
That's a good point. That's a good point.
Listen, we got to wrap this one up. We're gonna get to the callers. You know the number to call in: 142556950 241. Press 1 time. You could also add Nestor Gibbs on Skype. That is the Skype number, Nestor Gibbs. Add us as a friend. Be part of the show. We have Don Charles scheduled at 4 o'clock UK time, which means it would be 2 hours from now, I think, right? For us.
What time you got him scheduled?
4 o'clock UK.
4 o'clock, that'd be 12 for us.
12 for us.
12 Eastern. Okay.
So that means 11 for other Texas boys in Central Time. And that means, I believe, I don't know, fucking 7 or some shit for you West Coasters. Nah, it can't be 7. Gotta be like 8. I don't know.
My bad. That is in 11 a.m. Eastern Time.
11 a.m. Eastern Time. Really?
Yes. 5 hours ahead.
Yeah, London.
5 hours ahead.
It's 2:46 in London and it's 6:46 in LA. So 1 hour from now, we'll have Don Charles, trainer of Derek Chisora. Big heavyweight clash. December 22nd. Dillian White versus Derek Chisora. The rematch. Let's get into the mind of the trainer. Remember, on Patreon, we will be betting and making a betting show. And this is the information we need, because if you're going to bet, this is the fight. And I'll tell you why on our episode, but this is the fight. Let me get to some callers. Go ahead. I heard one of you guys want to jump in. I thought I heard something. No? Anyone?
No.
Alrighty then.
No, sir.
So we're
Oh
going.
yeah, play that the Amazon little thingy you got.
Oh shit,
Mike
on the point,
knocking it out the park.
Thinking of doing some shopping? Need to buy that last-minute gift? Take advantage of Amazon's already extremely competitive pricing and very fast Prime delivery that doubles as Amazon's own Netflix service. Bookmark our hyperlink at theboxingvoice.com/Amazon. It costs nothing, but whenever you use it, we receive a small kickback that is used to produce new content.
theboxingvoice.com/Amazon. That's the hyperlink. What I want to explain about that is where he says that Amazon doubles as his own Netflix service. For those that don't know, as a Prime member, to use Prime, I didn't even really know until I've been having Prime for years, and my BM is the one that told me, like, when we got on the plane, she's like, oh, don't you get Prime? So you can use Prime Video. So now I got it on my smart TV. And I got it on my phone. So that's also another thing. Like, if you're a Prime member, don't forget you get the and we don't got nothing to do with that. I'm just letting you know, as a Prime member, you get to use
you get books too. You get books when you go to
for free.
Prime books. Yeah, anything Prime you get.
I mean, there's a certain they have a selection, but I read
of course.
What was his name? The physicist that fucked up Pluto.
I have no idea, but
Neil
I do know
deGrasse
that
Tyson.
I ain't watched nothing with
him. Okay. Whoa,
Neil deGrasse.
He fucked up Pluto.
Well, he said it wasn't a planet anymore, but I read his book on there as a Prime member, so it was cool.
That's funny. I know Neil deGrasse as well, and I'm not into any of that, but it's just like he's made it that big. He's got his own Patreon, he's got his own podcast, he's got his own YouTube channel.
His podcast is good too.
He's huge. He is he's been like everywhere.
All for fucking up Pluto.
Joe Rogan. But real quick, if you do have Amazon Prime, totally go check out that Tom Clancy. Forgot what is the fucking name of, but it's an excellent series. Excellent series.
Oh yeah, I saw that. It's like a 3-parter, right?
It's like a 8 episodes, something like that.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And if you don't have Prime, you can always go to theboxingvoice.com/affiliate sponsors and just click on the hyperlink there to sign up for Prime through there, and we will get a kickback. Let's go out to our boomeranger in the DC area, Jay Hardcore.
Dollar DiBiase Productions.
Jay Hardcore Boxing. You don't know shit about boxing.
Boxingvoice.com. Okay.
Yo, what's up, my TBV family? How y'all feeling today?
Good morning, brother. Good morning.
We good.
Yes, it is definitely a good morning. Hey, I enjoyed the interview. Hey, man, I'm very interested in that kid, Haney, man, because he's smart. He's about the sweet science. I mean, this kid already a promoter in California, man. I mean, so he making all the right moves. Look like he's mimicking Floyd Mayweather. So, I mean, I like the kid, man. This kid, what is it, Xolisani?
Honestly, he got more hype than Mayweather does. You know what I'm saying? Mayweather wasn't this hyped early in his career, and I don't even think Mayweather had this bread this early in his career. And Mayweather had a silver medal.
Oh, yeah. He had a bronze, right?
No, it was silver. He got robbed for the gold, right?
Yeah, you're right.
They gave him the bronze. Do you know how? Yeah, it's the bronze.
Nah.
Yeah,
Who's right? Who's right, Mario? He's right? Nah, because Shakur's a silver medalist. He lost to the Cuban. The Cuban got the gold. Shakur got the silver. That's what happened to Floyd. He lost, but it was a robbery, but he got that silver. I'm sure that's a Google search away.
Yeah, Devin Haney is definitely ahead of the game, truly. I mean, especially if this kid got half of what he be showing on Instagram. I mean, he's way ahead of the game. I mean, this kid, he posted in front of a lot of cars, Jack, for sure. But the guy's Xolisani, man, he's in deep, man. I mean, this is his first person that he's fought that is undefeated. You know what I mean? And you go for a blue chip or undefeated, that's pretty deep, So I predict that he gets stopped, to be truthfully honest. I mean, they've been on Haney about not stopping people, so I think they setting them up good to get a stoppage this time. But listen here, I ain't going to hold the phones up. Appreciate the show. People go to Patreon, sign up, Boomeringer, Ringer, whatever it takes. Share the show, hit thumbs up, and as I always say, don't be a shoplifter. This show is free. Take it easy. Peace out.
Mayweather did win a bronze medal in the '96 Olympics. It was the robbery happened in this for the semifinals for the silver.
Damn. So he was right. Hey, if anybody listening in the chat right now is from the UK and know if Mark Tibbs has a Instagram, I know he has a Twitter. I already got his Twitter and I already did all that. But if he has an Instagram, please share it right now in the chat.
Who's Mark Tibbs? A UK trainer? Sound like a trainer.
Dylan White trainer.
Oh, you trying to be equal and shit. You all with this equal opportunity shit.
What's wrong with having both of them on?
No, B, I don't know. It's just like
Ness is trolling. He knows that he's like excited, like, oh man, go and get that.
For Dillian's trainer?
Yeah, you want them both.
I want the underdog who's at a plus something.
Man, that's just want to be betting now. That's
want
the show catered to whatever inside scoops he can get to better his line.
Yo, listen. I don't even want to give it away because that's Patreon only, but bruh, this week is nice. It's almost as good as last week. You seen our live fight chat for Jesse Hart. Go watch that and the energy we had there. And you'll see. Javier, I'm trying to connect you, but you're doing like 100 things, B. Like, stop calling in. I'm trying to add you.
This nigga said, add me on Skype, man.
Yeah, but I'm calling him right now. Like, stop calling me. I'm calling you. All right?
Yeah, Jay Hardcore, you right, man. We did hype that show up, man. With Hart, man. Hart had us, bro. Hart.
Yeah, but we hyped it up in a way that we was truth telling. Come on, like, yo. Even though Hart didn't perform as good as I'm not even gonna say because I was going underdog. I went back and watched the fight. I expected Hart to make changes. I thought that he would be intelligent enough to make those changes. And while he didn't necessarily do it, he did come in with a different game plan. And I just didn't like it. But his game plan was to lose the first fucking half, literally, and then turn it up the whole the last six. But
well, maybe he heard the show and he was trying to help you out.
He fucked up in the 12th round. That motherfucker don't give up the way he gave up in that 12th round.
He win. Well, he get a draw.
We get a draw or a controversial win, and everybody over here bet draw, motherfucker. We was going
good.
Oliver.
It would have been a draw, though. It would have been a draw.
Mario, what you think I bet?
I know. That's what I just said. He probably heard the show and he was trying to help you out.
That's a test to these motherfuckers out there that think this shit is sweet. I told niggas that shit was gonna be a draw. That shit was an inch away from being a draw, B. An inch away.
Outside of Badu Jack 12th round against Adonis, it was the exact same game plan. Like the exact same game plan. Lose the first 4 or 5 rounds.
Like those game plans.
Yeah, but
come back
now,
strong.
Yeah, but now you fuck Mike's life up because he's trying to bet draw every time now.
I mean, those $5 on a draw. I mean, which makes sense though.
When
Cesaro White, that makes sense.
Shh. None of that free shit. Let's go out to Javi. Javi, what it do, Master Miney?
Yo, you hear me?
Yeah.
Nigga, Javi, 5 in the motherfucking morning sending out bet slips and shit. Come on, Javi.
Y'all don't see what I got going.
That's what people need to see. As a mastermind, Javi all in the mastermind group chat sending fucking, yo, B, I need to put this bet. It's like 3 in the morning. He like, yo, Ness, I need to put this bet. All I can see Javi is looking like Pookie talking about, yo, I need to get this bet.
Yo, I need that. Man, you see that? That shit like 3,000, plus 3,000.
I ain't even see your fucking parlay because anything that say plus 3,000 is never going to hit.
No. It's Chisora. Okay, I got Chisora, Warrington, and both Carlos.
Yeah, but how you got him? You probably picking specific outcomes that ain't going to happen.
Yeah. No. I got Warrington as a decision. That's not bad.
Mm-hmm.
I got Chisora as a KO. It's possible.
That's not possible.
Nigga, stop it.
Man, you stop it. The only dude to knock out, man, I'm not even giving you, this is free. This is free. You got to catch this on Patreon. You already a Patreon. What you here to talk about? You ain't here to talk about no fucking other fight. We ain't talking about Chisora.
Hey, man, dude can wait. We got super chat. Monopoly Inc. Music.
Javi out, yo. Javi mastermind, B.
I'm just fucking with Javier, man. He knows all. He know he gonna get more time anyway.
Set that soft shit up, Mike. Why you gotta get all soft? How you know? I'm just fucking with you. You fucking with Javi. I'm fucking with you. But now you want to come out and be all sensitive and shit.
See how that nigga came in as the cutoff king real quick. Mike, that nigga don't need to talk. Anyway, you got super chat.
Oh yeah. I listen to y'all every day. I'm a truck driver. Hit that horn for me.
Hold on. Don't even go any further. We gotta get that horn ready. Got that horn. Yeah, you know he listen every day. He know about the horn, baby. Hold on. You know he listen every day.
Tell the truth.
He know about that horn, baby.
Solid show. Don't change nothing. I just can't listen sometimes when I do Lyft in the Uber. Mike be cursing too much.
Yo, it's like I told the last listener, drop that little one earpiece, iPhone headphone. They even got the Bluetooth ones, but those kind of die too quick, I think. But whatever. Drop one in there so you don't get the bad Uber review. But Javi was good.
Hey man, I just want everybody. I ain't listening. I just got to work.
Oh, so you just called in to talk betting, man. We about to get end this.
No. I ain't.
We can end this and talk off
Quit
air.
cutting me off.
Oh, I was doing my best impression of Mike.
I see. I was finna say, nigga, fuck what y'all talking about. Haney ain't the best prospect in that division. The best prospect is Teofimo. Guaranteed. He taking out
the question.
who want it. Any nigga who want it, Teofimo got it for you. Remember that.
Easy.
He going to sleep from Teofimo too.
I just don't understand why they're not calling each other out. We got to schedule Lopez. I'm gonna start that shit. You want to be starting?
I think that he's right technically, but I just don't see Teofimo staying in that weight class though. I really don't.
Yeah,
he's gonna put on some. He hasn't hit his like final growth spurt. You know what I'm saying? Like you could just see it in him.
Well, hopefully we get it. That's why we need to get him on the show and be like, yo, bro, you be calling everybody out. You be talking about Ryan. You be talking about who else he be talking about? He always talking about somebody. Like, why you don't talk about Haney? You in Vegas. I know y'all spar.
I mean, if you
I heard him on the Fight Network too. He called somebody out. I can't remember.
If you go back and listen to my interview, you know what I'm saying? He definitely brought up Haney.
All right, so why you not saying like what he said? Like,
I don't remember. It was a minute ago.
That's how all these reporters do. It's like, oh, when I talk to you know, and then he poke their chests out. You know, say something.
Well, sources say no bullshit.
If anybody's out there in Miami today around 2:00, Adrian Broner will have a media day kind of training at Dino's Gym, 1019 5th Street, Miami Beach, Florida.
Somebody
Lawrence Williams, I hit her inbox on Sunday, and we should be setting something up this week. Should be like a quick 10-15 minute interview, nothing long.
Yo, I swear, I think sometimes Mike is from motherfucking Texas. He be sounding so chopped and screwed. That's why I always cut him off. He goes so slow.
What were you gonna say, Ness?
I was gonna say, fuck, man. That's what happens when Mike.
It sounded like it was gonna be important too.
I know. It was something.
I highly doubted that it was gonna be important, but
it's always work. B, I'm telling you, it was about a guess. I think.
I thought it was gonna be a comment about
it was definitely gonna be a spinoff of the Ward, because I was gonna tell the audience to contact Ward on social media.
Ward is on vacation. I contacted his
us, bro. Ask Mario. Mario part of this game for a while, bro. Like, how she gonna say, "Oh, all right, we'll get back to you after the new year because of the holiday"? Nigga,
she told me to get back at her at the beginning of the year.
Yeah, that's the new year, player.
Yeah.
And we contacted him in October.
True.
Come on, bro. So you telling me you gonna get back to me in December to tell me to get back to you in the new year?
No, she got back to us because I emailed her yesterday.
So she didn't get back to
No,
you.
she exactly.
And then when she finally replies, she telling you to contact the next year. Like Ward is fucking Floyd. I swear to God.
I mean, shit, Ward ain't goddamn me. No, I mean he is. I mean he got a little clout, don't he? I mean, I would say so.
You clout chaser.
Damn right, shit. Ward, come on.
He ain't preparing for a fight. I'll tell you that.
Oh, come on, we ain't gonna we ain't gonna sit here and fucking diss Ward now, y'all.
Oh no, I ain't dissing Ward.
I ain't sit here
not at all.
Respect the motherfucking man. When he left the game, he was a pound for pound king. When he come back, he'll be the same thing.
Man, yo, 2 years from now, will you even remember how to pronounce Sergey Kovalev's name?
Kovalev. I call him.
They're gonna be
Sergio.
like, yo,
Sergio.
That dude that used to drink vodka. Remember, boy?
I'm gonna call him Sergio.
They're gonna be like, remember, Ward beat up the dude that used to drink vodka. What's his name? The one that always drank vodka.
Sergio. Jay Prince said it best. Sergio. Yeah, he called a nigga Sergio for like the first two press conferences. Boy, that shit was funny as hell.
I don't know. Oh my God, somebody said Ward is a modern legend.
He is. I would say that
He's
too.
a legend. Hell yeah.
Legends don't retire in a prime, B.
Barry Sanders did. Robert Smith did.
That's a whole show all in itself.
Yeah, man, don't do that, bro. Because this off top of the head, homie.
Nah, that is off top of the head. The wrong subject. Get your casual ass out there bringing up.
What you mean?
Who's
you said
Barry
legends?
Hearns?
Legends.
Who's Barry Hearns?
Barry Sanders.
Who the fuck is that?
Boy, you lying now, Ness. I know you don't know. I know you don't watch sports, but you know who Barry Sanders is.
What division he ranked in?
Oh, okay, never mind.
Sexy and body, motherfucker. What is you talking about? Get out of here, B. This guy crazy.
I used to think he was trolling when he'd say that, but he's being for real.
Man, now dude know who he know who Barry Sanders is.
Bruh, if he ain't a boxer, I don't even know what you bringing him up for. He ain't no legend in boxing. You talking about? Get out of here, man. My name is Ness.
You ain't say legend in boxing. You said legend.
Ness GTO. Dog, I talk boxing 7 days a week. What the fuck I'm gonna be talking about football for?
So you do know who he is. That's all I told you. I wanted to get to.
Who the fuck?
That's all that I wanted to get to.
Who didn't have Madden?
That's all I wanted to get to.
I ain't know him because I watched him. I knew him because he was on Madden and his team was 95. He was on
yeah, that's a casual as shit reference right there.
He was the best running back in the league in that Madden series.
Yo, and he's being for real too.
Yeah, no, I'm dead ass honest.
I know. That's why I love it. It's hilarious.
I never, ever watched Barry Sanders play, but I played him as motherfucking Madden B.
With that being said, follow me on IG at Gross1911 or on Twitter, Gross2312.
You know who
you
else?
can get me on Instagram and Twitter at Mario Munguia. Same thing.
Never watched a football game in my life, but I fuck with the bus because he was the beast in the Madden games. Yo, I'm telling you, I used to kick ass on the Madden games. But anyway, we out of here.
Peace.
So catch some more talk just like that. Casual talk on Untitled. We got an episode coming out today. We just working, man. Hashtag we working. The channel's back. Don't forget to subscribe to YouTube right here at youtube.com/The Boxing Voice. The backup channel at youtube.com/Nesta Gibbs. We working, man. Later.
Peace.